Men of Reddit. Do you have a fear of ending up being single for the rest of your life, and why? Yes. Because I'm 30 and have never been able to develop a dating life. Fear is putting it too strongly. More a preemptive what could have been, and then the past tense of what could have been, is the hardest to deal with. Arguably worse than any fear, because you can't change it. Yes, because no matter how much I tell myself society's norms are stupid, I still just want a damn girlfriend to cuddle. That's not a societal norm. That's a biological need. We live in a touch-starved society. Literally hug your homies if you have to. It's strange that our society only touches sexually. So hug your homies. They probably need some touch as well. I fear getting married to a terrible woman. Being alone is not that bad. Of course. It's delightful sharing your life and your bed with a beautiful loving woman. But when that is not possible, living alone is also great. I think it's the likeliest outcome. I don't fear it. Even as a child I made an effort to create space from other people. I found comfort in solitude from a young age. I've never felt an overwhelming urge to seek a relationship, and I'm old enough now for that to be concerning to women. Admittedly, I have some thinking to do about how I will handle my affairs as I age. I save for retirement, but I don't know what that will look like. I will hit a point of physical/mental decline that will make this life impossible if I don't die before then. I have family and friends. I don't talk about this stuff with them, but at some point I will need to. Why did you make an effort to avoid socializing? Because you were anxious to talk to people, or because that is how it's always been, and you felt uncomfortable around people, even if you wanted to be there? I ask because, if it is the former, I believe you're setting yourself up to suffer. For no good reason at all. Anxiety is something you can overcome, and in that sense, confidence is a skill anybody can learn. I fully expect it. Already living it. I have though about it, and I'm okay with it. Worst case I move into a retirement home and do what they do there. Fuck. Bold of you to assume you'll be able to afford that in the future. Retirement homes are free in a good amount of countries. No, I know this will happen and accept it. Yep, that's pretty much the feeling of resignation I have at this point. I have been single for 27 years, and I'd do another 27. I don't mind. I'll see you're 27 and raise you 32. Make it another 18 and Gandalf will take you on an adventure to make you fabulously wealthy. I'm willing to take being single over spending my life with bad company. There is also a certain saying that misery loves company, or so I have heard. Sure, you're willing to make compromises to choose the lesser of two evils. But the question was, are you afraid of being alone? Nope. I've been alone my whole life, so at this point it's whatever. Me too. But the sadness caused from loneliness just kicked in, and now I'm working as hard as I can to change that. Good luck to you. When I was a teenager, I wasn't ambitious and said all I wanted in life was a home, wife, kids and a job I enjoy. In my mid-20s I became convinced I wasn't good enough as I was renting a single room. I did not want to rent a flat due to the expense, so I focused on saving and getting a property of my own, so I could present a nest, I guess you could say. Edited. I wanted to add, I was also in a series of unhappy relationships where despite them being bad I still did not want them to end. So I stopped dating to work on being happy single as well. Theory being that if I was happy single I wouldn't be so concerned if the relation ended or turned sour. Now mid-30s, I'm on my way to owning a place and looking forward to it. Living alone for the first time and having a project of my own. Whilst it isn't much, it will be mine. Guess what? I still fear not being good enough. Haha. So now I fear I'm not good enough and so out of practice that it will be an uncomfortable process. So my advice to others is to keep dating and don't be a muppet like me. People will always have a better car, bigger house, more income. So just get on with it. No, I'm a catch. I relate to / carrot. Scared to death. I'll be 68 next month. My wife will be 68 in November. We've been together since we were 16 years old. Married 46 years. I'm probably going to outlive her. And I can't imagine life without her. Or this is the kind of love I'm looking forward to. Congrats. And try to not think about the end. Just enjoy every little moment you're with her. Nothing wrong with being single, just means you have more time for yourself to do whatever you wanna do at any given time. I'm 100% okay being single and having the occasional small casual stuff. I also like to travel and want to live a nomadic life. And not into marriage. My biggest fear is being judged by others for not being married. I'm 30 plus, and many of my friends are already married and many have children. And they all always talk about kids and double dates or couples activities. And I'm the guy just standing in a corner and politely nodding. And occasionally it comes around too. So, anything new in your life? And I'm like, no, it's all same. It's all good. To which there are polite nods and they go back to discussing which school districts are better. And this is increasingly becoming awkward and depressing for me. To the point where I have started cutting myself off from my older friends and instead trying to make a newer set of friends. Yes, nobody wanted me before. Now I have no reason to believe someone will. Yes, a lot of the time I worry that the combination of me being a dwarf, 4 feet, introverted, sexually confused and repressed, and chronically depressed is just insurmountable when it comes to being ready for a relationship. I know it isn't, but it feels that way a lot. I'm 28 and the extent of my romantic/non-platonic experience was kissing someone once a few months ago. That's literally it. Sounds harsh, though that's a start. You have had a kiss. There is a possibility for more in the future. No, I'm embracing it. For me, being with someone will not have me fulfilled. Be happy with life. If I'm not happy by myself, I'm excited for. I welcome the adventure of single life. Me being happy and enjoying life will feed my kids' lives, along with myself. They are why I live. My last 4 serious multi-year relationships ended in disaster. My wife developed a hidden drug habit. One girlfriend cheated on me with her ex-boyfriend. One cheated on me with a guy my son's age. One cheated on me with her personal trainer. Fear it? I'm embracing it. My dog is a better companion than any partner I've ever had. If I need companionship, I'll rent it. This sounds just sad. I'm sorry for what they did to you, and I hope you'll stumble upon that one person who'll match your vibe and will pursue you as relentlessly as pirates pursue treasure. Also, setting your expectations low is a semi-good thing. A small disappointment is better than a crushed heart, but it takes a bit of emotional vulnerability to try and build something new. And you're probably much older than me, so this advice I just gave you is moot. Yes, because I've become incredibly ugly and it shows. I'm ugly too, but what I'm doing lately is just maximizing everything about my appearance that I control. So I'm working out. I'm grooming routinely. Dieting. I have a skincare regimen now. I try to dress as best I can. I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over me and through me. And when it has gone past, I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where the fear has gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain. Nguyen, Sandhill Thingy. Sorry for bad English. Yes, now more than ever, I would love nothing more than to have a wife and kids. Unfortunately, I had an on and off battle with agoraphobia and low self-esteem throughout my teens and 20s, which made it very difficult to date. Now in my 30s, I had made great strides in fighting my agoraphobia, and I was excited to get back out there. Unfortunately, overnight I developed an obscure pelvic condition which has effectively made me impotent, as well as left me with a host of other horrible symptoms. I try not to think of relationships now, as doing so sends me to a very dark place. Thinking of what I've missed and, even worse, what sort of loneliness I might have in store for me in the future. Why would I fear being alone the rest of my life? I'm actually enjoying all of the free time on my hands, and I'm not interested in having children of my own. IDK, having someone who truly loves you and does special things with you is kinda neat. I haven't, I'm married. But my wife has health issues and I have had almost zero success with women besides her. Been with her 13 years and we're in it for the long haul. But who knows what will happen. I don't know how long it would take to find anybody else that would put up with me if she dies before me though. Same. Internet friend. My wife and I have been married for 16 years. She has a kidney transplant. The fear of losing her and not being successful with someone else is a constant thought swelling in the back of my mind. I'm just doing what I can to make sure we are happy together for the time we have. So far, so good. I think the grass is always greener. Single people tend to forget how much freedom and control they have over their own life. It's quite a beautiful feeling to know that only you can F up your own life. On the other side of the fence, being in a relationship is a terrifying idea where you are giving another human being the opportunity to crush your heart and soul. With that being said, I'm currently dating a lovely person who I cherish every day. Both sides have their pros and cons. But to anyone that has a fear of ending up alone, learn to love yourself and surround yourself with friends, family, hobbies, pets that you can give love to freely. Your self-worth is not determined by someone else. That's why it's called self-worth. I used to look forward to being alone. Ever since I was young, I accepted that I would most likely die alone. So I pursued all my hobbies and passions as a youngster, always thinking that what society was telling me was full of shit. Who needs companionship? I have the mountains, the streams, and the big wide sky to fill me with joy. When I turned 40, all of my passions and hobbies turned to ash in my mouth and hands. So now here I'm at the downhill slide of my life, learning social skills. This has been the toughest years of my life, I think. I relate to this comment so strongly.